Assalamu alaikum dear students, it's me Muhammad Zubair Khan again, and today we will discuss the lecture 2 week 2 of a second video of statistic 1. As I mentioned in previous class that in the next video we will discuss tabulation after classification. Okay, first collection of data, then classification of data, then classification in which form? So tabulation. This is the next topic that we need to discuss. Tabulation is the new topic. So tabulation of data. Tabulation of data basically the arrangement of items in rows and columns. First you need to understand what is table. Table is the combination of rows and columns. Table cheers the combination of rows or columns. So if we have rows, horizontal line, if we have columns, vertical line, so it's a table. For example, this is a table in which we have rows as well as columns. So tabulation basically the arrangement of data in rows and columns. Then we have different types of tabulation, as we had discussed the different types of classification. So tabulation also may be simple tabulation. If we classified the data, if we arrange the data in tabulated form with respect to a single characteristic, so we can say that is a simple tabulation. In case if we have more than one characteristics needs to arrange in tabulated form, that is basically called what? Complex tabulation. So tabulation, the arrangement of data, the arrangement of the items in a data in tabulated form, in column and rows form, that is basically called what? Tabulation. And tabulation may be simple, tabulation may be complex. Complex means that when we have more than one variables need to discuss in a table, more than one characteristic we needs to discuss in a table. For example, if we have a column of age of the students, a column of female students, a column of male students, a column of graduate students, a column of undergraduate students, it means that we are making a table with a complex, with multiple characteristic. That's why that particular table will be called complex tabulation. Then we have a very famous tabulated form that we need to understand, and we will discuss it again and again in upcoming classes. That is called frequency distribution table. It's also called a group data, or this is called secondary data also. What is frequency distribution table? Basically, frequency means number of items. Number of items. Number of items in a data. This is basically called what? Frequency. Distribution to distribute, taksim bandi. If we distribute the number of items in different classes, for example, if we have a class 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40. So we can say we are distributing the class. Suppose we have one student having marks between 0 and 10, so we will write 1. Suppose we have two students having marks between 10 and 20, so we will write 2. Suppose we have 5 students having marks between 20 and 30, so we can write 5. If we are distributing, suppose if we have 2 students having marks between 30 and 40, so we will write 2 there. This is basically called what? Frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table basically the arrangement of items in a different groups or classes. The arrangement of items in a data in different groups or classes. These are basically called groups, these are called classes. And we will discuss the frequency distribution different components in upcoming videos also. But first you need to understand what is frequency distribution. So frequency distribution basically the arrangement of items in a data in different classes or groups according to their resemblance or according to their similarity when we classify the data. For example, if we have one student, if we have a data like a student having mark 7. So we have one student who's lying in this particular group. If we have two students having marks between 20 and 10, suppose a student is having 15 marks, another student is having 17 marks. So we have two students lying in this group. If we have another 5 students having marks between 20 and 30, like suppose a student is having 21 marks, 27, 30 marks, suppose a student is having 24 or 22 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 students lying in this group. Suppose another group we have 30 to 40 and we have two students having marks, suppose 33 and 37. So two students having marks 33 and 37, these students are lying in this last one group. So if you see this kind of data, this is a raw form of a data. If we convert this data into secondary form, so we will tabulate the data. We will make a table, and that particular table basically called what? Frequency distribution table. So in frequency distribution table, we have classes, yeah, we have groups, and we have frequency. Frequency means number of items. If this is a data and these are the number of items that we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the summation of the frequency should be equal to 10. If you sum up 2 and 5, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. So the number of items are 10 who's falling in different classes. This is basically called what? Frequency distribution. And we will face this kind of table again and again in upcoming classes. This is the today's lesson that was related to tabulation as well as frequency distribution. See you in next class. Khuda Hafiz.